Welcome back. As explored in our last story, the media has been in a furor over the past months due to a series of grim occurrences, the last being the brutal attack on journalist Poddala Jayantha. While some see this as a didactic silencing of voices of dissent, the government feels that this is due to inherent irresponsibility in the Sri Lankan media itself, and that it is an issue that needs to be urgently addressed. The government has also reinstated the controversial Press Council Act, which was first introduced in 1973. The council, which has powers to send journalists to jail, went into disuse in 2003, following the creation of the Press Complaints Commission of Sri Lanka, a voluntary self-regulatory mechanism from within the newspaper industry. In our final story this week, I spoke to the Minister of Mass Media and Information, Anura Yapa, to find out the government's take on the crisis in the media today.
Journalists in Sri Lanka have frequently experienced violence and even death, and the country has been described as one of the most dangerous places in the world for a journalist. Now we are in the post-war era. Is the situation likely to improve for journalists now?
No, actually speaking, from the government point of view, we are trying our level best to do our best to promote what you call the journalists to work in a healthy environment. Actually, we are quite unhappy about this certain incidents that had happened earlier, and we would like to see that once the war is over and countries becoming normal very fast, and hopefully I think that kind of a situation will die down, and definitely the environment will be better for journalists as well as all the other professionals.
How do you see the attack on Poddala Jayantha?
Actually, government is also surprised and puzzled to find out Poddala Jayantha has been assaulted, and we are doing our best to bring the culprits before the law of the land. And Poddala Jayantha is only a trade union activist, and he's working for one of our companies, belongs to the government, and we have given every facility to him to work in his profession as well as to work in his union activities. So Poddala Jayantha's assault, we are looking at it very seriously, and government believes that some underhand or some other force is behind this, and we have, after the incident, we have given him whatever the assistance needed from us, and we hope that he will recover soon and continue with this work.
On several occasions in the recent past, the government has called on the media to act responsibly when reporting on the war and even the political situation. What does the government feel that the journalists are doing wrong?
Actually speaking, in the earlier periods, we have seen certain revelations, like when they come out with the types of guns we have, the number of ships that we have, and the operation plan, everything that was in the paper. Actually, when we are fighting with such kind of a deadly force, we thought that it is quite necessary that the journalists should work or write responsibly, and we urged them to do so. And we are happy that majority of them have listened to us, and that is why we have been able to win this war. Earlier, if you may recall, in the early years, when you actually in this type of a situation, and we have seen even during the war, even during the offensive or whatever it is between the two sides, that reporting of the situation was also good, and we have seen some of the talented journalists and media people, they have reported it very well. And it is in par with all the other Western media institutions.
There are certain groups of people and even some MPs that have gone on record saying that the media is on the payroll of the LTTE. Is this so?
According to my information, the person called George Master was surrendered to the government, who given some names, right? That is the only information I have, because he has made a statement to the police. The other question that you have asked with related to that, I don't think I am in a position to answer you, because as a lawyer and as a politician, I always believe that it has to be verified independently, and then only we will be able to tell you, right? So there are agencies to verify it and find out whether it is true or false. Once that is done, there is a normal course of law will apply to even those journalists if they have done so.
Okay. So there are investigations that are taking place.
Until then, I don't think it is my duty to divulge names or point a finger to someone or come to a conclusion.
The recent reactivation of the Press Council, which has not been functioning for the past 7 years, is seen as a measure to take control of the media. Is this so?
No, actually it is not so. We have, even after I assumed duties as Minister of Media, we have discussed this issue lengthily. And also this has been referred to this has been discussed in the COPE committee in the Parliament, and they also have advised us to start this Press Council. So we have no intention of targeting someone or to harass someone or control media in the country. So we need such kind of a legal entity. Even in the past years, we have seen that when a complaint is made and there's no one to take a decision, right? It's a kind of an institution where both parties can come and settle their issues. So you have to have that kind of mechanism. We are not trying to control anything.
So what about the Press Complaints Commission of Sri Lanka?
That is an independent NGO type of organization. It can function itself. We have no objection to that.
And finally, how would the government like to see the media functioning in the future, especially in the post-war situation? Media
is one of the key areas that the society wanted to see functioning properly, because in the whole world is now becoming small. You just can't hide anything from anyone now, right? Even if you do it here, they will get it from some other source. So naturally media is developing. So we want to see the real development of the media in this country. And we are a free country. We have no media laws apply to our country. And everyone can work freely. We would like to have a very free atmosphere for them to work. That is what we are trying to achieve in the future.
Thank you, Minister, for being with us on the program.
On that hopeful note, we have come to the end of our program today. If you'd like to make any comments, then please write to us at srilankatoday@yartv.net. Thank you for watching. Until next week, you take care.